Hello and welcome. This video will provide information about other program options here at Bucks County Community College. First, I will go over programs designed just for ESL students. Then I will talk about some of the shorter programs here at Bucks. Next, I will tell you about credit programs and the 2-year degree options. And last, I will tell you about how you can get started. So there are two pathways, and here are the differences between the two possible pathways. So we have the non-credit job training programs, and these programs focus just on the actual training program themselves. So there aren't any other coursework that goes along with these programs. So we have in this possible pathway, we have three programs that are just for ESL students. As I mentioned, these are all short programs, so they are most of them less than 4 months. Some programs are free because they are grant funded, but you are not able to use FAFSA for any of these programs with the exception of the LPN program, which that is the practical nursing program. And these programs prepare you for certification exams or job placement. And then the other pathway is the certificate and degree programs. These are credit certificate and degree programs. So they are the 1-year certificates or the 2-year degree programs. With these programs, some of them you can transfer to a university, and we have the AESL program that prepares you for these college level courses. With the credit courses, you can use FAFSA to assist with paying for these courses. So the first program that we have, this is a non-credit job training program that is just for ESL students. So this is our dental assistant program for non-native English speakers. This program is for students that are at the 2B level or above, so our intermediate, high intermediate and above. This program starts every August and again in January. You can see there the cost of the program. This program is 5 months long, and we will be having the next information session for this program in July. The program itself is 2 courses. There is the first course that is English for dentistry, and then you go into the dental assistant training program. And that program is an evening hybrid course. So the first course is completely online, and then the second course is a hybrid evening class. There are funding options available for this. There is CareerLink. We have an out-of-school youth program. We have something called Good Jobs Challenge, and we also have funding available for veterans. Many of these programs will pay the entire amount of the program, including your books and your certification exam. The next option that we have just for ESL students is our pharmacy technician for non-native English speakers. This is also for students that are at that 2B or above level. This also starts in August and again in January. You can see there what the program cost is. This one is a little bit shorter. It is only 4 months long, and we will have our next information session in July. This program has a similar format to the dental assistant program. It is 2 courses. There is the English for pharmacy technician, and then you go into the pharmacy technician training program. These are also hybrid classes. So the first class is completely online, and then the second class is a hybrid class. This program does have evening sections and day sections. So there's both options for this program. Once again, we have the same funding options, the Career Link, Out of School Youth, Good Jobs Challenge, and the Veterans Program. And all of those, once again, can pay for the cost of the program, the books, and the certification exam. Another program that we have is our healthcare pre-apprenticeship for non-native English speakers. Now this one is for just for advanced English speakers. So if you're at that 3A class and you're finishing that, so this is just for advanced students. This program starts in August and this program is free. It is a grant funded program. This program is 16 weeks long. The first 4 weeks of this program are the English training program, and then the second 12 weeks are the actual pre apprenticeship program. We will have information sessions in June, and you do need to apply for this program. The program itself is a full time intensive program, so it is all day. And it is Tuesday through Friday with some additional Mondays. So it is a full time program, but you do get 5 certifications out of the program: phlebotomy, EKG, CPR, mental health first aid, and your mandated reporter. This program is really for individuals that are either unemployed, so are not currently working, or what we call underemployed, so they're not at a job level that they could be at. Job placement assistance is provided, and we do entrance interviews for the program. Okay, so for all of the programs that I'm going to talk about after this, you do need to be at an advanced English language level. So the reason for that is some of the programs have an entrance exam that tests your English proficiency. Some of the programs have a national certification exam that can be challenging for those that are not a proficient English speaker. Some of the programs have dangerous equipment that require individuals to understand clearly what the directions are for safety reasons. And some of them, the textbooks themselves are very challenging, and the vocabulary and terminology in them is also challenging, as well as the writing. Often textbooks are written in the passive voice, and that can sometimes be challenging for those that are non native English speakers. So the rest of these programs are for advanced English language learners. Okay, so the next program that I'm going to talk about is our nurse aid program. This program is an excellent way to get into the field of healthcare. It's a short program. It's only about 2 to 3 months. Some of the sections are shorter. Each class is a little longer, but uh, the course is shorter. They have classes in the spring, the summer, and the fall. The cost of the program is only $1,450, and many of the long-term care facilities, so places that you work, will pay you the money back for the cost of the program once you start working there. In addition, many of those funding options that we had for the dental and the farm, the Career Link, Out of School Youth, and the Good Jobs Challenge, those are also available for the nurse aid program. They have information sessions for this program very often, so you want to check the website to find out more information about the next information session. And this program is available at all 3 campuses: the Bristol campus, the Newtown campus, and the Upper Bucks campus in Perkasie. So, this is a great way to get into the field of healthcare if you're thinking about that and see if that's really a field that you want to continue in. The next program is our Licensed Practical Nursing Program, or LPN program. It starts every July. It is a 1-year program. It costs a little over $15,000 for the program. It is a full-time training program, so it is Monday to Friday all day long. It does have an entrance exam, that TEAS test, TEAS. That is the exam that you have to take. It does test English proficiency as well as math and science and a few other things. There is also funding options for this program. You can use FAFSA for it. You can also use payment plans as well as things like Sally Mae for this program. Some other non-credit job training programs. We have a metalwork program, which works on things like building with metal. So we have our welding as part of this program. Um, and this program is offered several times throughout the year. This is also a free grant-funded program. It is 12 weeks long. It is also one of those programs that is every day. So it is a full-time program for those 12 weeks. There are information sessions every few months, so you will want to check the website to find out the next information session. This program is located at our Center for Advanced Technologies. We call that the CAT building in Bristol. And they do offer job placement assistance with this program. And as I mentioned, you learn things like welding, machining, AutoCAD, blueprint reading. So that's all part of this program. Another option of programs that we offer is our industrial maintenance program. Once again, this program is also offered several times during the year. It is also a free grant-funded program, so you do not have to pay for this program. It is also 12 weeks full-time, and they have the information sessions every few months, so you can check the website to find the next date for the information sessions. Also located at our CAT building in Bristol. They do also offer job placement assistance. This training program, you will learn things like OSHA safety, which is a type of training for safety, forklift training, electrical control work. You're working on machines, repairing machines, all of that type of thing is part of this training program. Another training program that we have is our building and construction trades. This is also offered several times a year. It is a free grant-funded training program, also 12 weeks. The next information sessions that we have coming up are May 21st and 26th. You do need to email the program manager before you attend the information session. If you cannot attend in May, they do have other sessions coming up. So you will need to check the website for the information sessions after these May dates. This one is also located at the CAT in Bristol. It is also a full-time training program that does offer job placement assistance. As part of this program, you will learn things like woodworking and general construction, plumbing, electrical, and the finishing trades. Another program that we have is welding. So I know we talked a little bit about welding as part of the metalwork program, but we also offer a separate welding class by itself. So this is offered all year, and there are several start dates. This one is a program that is $3,300, so $3,300 per level. So we have 3 levels of our welding program. It is also 12 weeks long. It is offered in the evenings. So this program is not a program that is a full-time day program. It's different. It's offered just in the evenings. It is also located at the Cat Building in Bristol. So this one actually is not full-time training. And there are 3 levels of this course where you will learn various types of welds and welding. In terms of funding, scholarships are available for this program. And a scholarship is something that you can apply for, and an organization pays for you to attend the program. And it is not something that you have to pay the money back. So it is not a loan. And usually at the end of them, you give them an update on how well you did in the program, and you thank them for the scholarship and why it was important to you. So that's what a scholarship is. So these are some programs that are offered through our community education department. They are excellent options for career training programs. They are also short-term programs, and they prepare you for in-demand careers. If you are interested in either of these, we can connect you with the community education department, or you can go to their website, which is bucks.edu/coned. That's CONED. But there is the commercial driver's license, that's CDL, that's driving trucks. And that is just a 5-week training program that they have. And once again, things like Sally Mae and the Career Link funding is available to help pay for that program. The locomotive engineer and conductor. This is an 11-week training program, and this prepares you to work in the train industry, so New Jersey Transit, Amtrak. So that is what this program is preparing you for. Here are 2 other options in the community education department, also short term. We have our Child Development Associate, which is CDA. It is a 120-hour training program. It is done mostly online. There are some in-person meetings, but this prepares you to work in an early learning center. So those that are interested in working in daycares, or early childhood, pre-K, this is a great program for you. You are also able to get college credit. So if you're thinking about going on for a degree in early childhood education, you can take this um, Child Development Associate certificate and use that towards your degree in early childhood education. Another option here, we have the aesthetics program, learning the art of skincare, and it will help you to prepare for the PA state licensing exam. They do offer job placement assistance. This program is at the Upper Bucks campus in Percy. Okay, I will now be talking about our 1-year certificate and 2-year degree programs. If you are interested in either of those, you first need to start in our AESL program. That is our credit ESL program. So here are the steps to get started at the college in that AESL program. So the first thing you will do is you will apply to the college. You can do that right on our website. It takes maybe 5 minutes to 10 minutes. It's a very short application. After you complete the application, you will take the credit AESL placement test. This is different from the test that you took for our program. You can take that at the testing center. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to take that test. And then when you are completed, so when you have finished that test, you will meet with Amanda in admissions. She will go over all of your documents, and then you will make an appointment with someone in advising. You will usually meet with Paula, the AESL coordinator, to go over your test results, and help you figure out which class or classes you need to start with. And then you can register for classes. The fall classes for the AESL program begin August 26th. So here are the courses for the AESL program. So they have two levels of the AESL courses. The fundamentals classes are actually at an intermediate level, what we would consider intermediate, and then the intermediate classes are more of an advanced level. And then they have two levels of developmental English where you are in with native English speakers, and then you join the college level courses in your major. So, this is for students that are interested in getting a degree, and you can use your financial aid with these courses. So, talking a little bit about financial aid and the credit classes. So, this is for this academic year, this is the cost of the courses. So, if you live in Bucks County and are a permanent resident of Bucks County, that means that you are either a green card holder, US citizen, and you live in Bucks County, this is what you would pay per credit hour. So if it's a 3 credit course, which many of the classes are, you would multiply 170 times 3. So it'd be 170, 170, 170. If you live out of the county, so if you live in Philadelphia, it would be $340 per credit. So that's for each credit. If you live out of the state, so if you live in New Jersey, it is actually $250 per credit. And then if you are an international student, so that would be our F1 visa students, that is actually $495 a credit. There are some additional fees that they have. Um, so some of that gets added on at the end. There are, so I know it seems like this is a lot more than our non-credit ESL classes, but I do need to explain a little bit about the cost of classes in the United States. Many colleges and universities, the cost of them can be more than $50,000 a year. So being able to pay only a couple $100s for a course is a very low amount. So I know it seems like it's a larger amount than the non-credit classes, but if you look at this and then you compare it to other colleges and universities, it is still a much lower amount. So I just wanted to show you that. They do offer payment plans, so when you register for classes, you don't have to pay the entire amount when you register. You can pay it in sections. It depends on how far in advance before the classes start as to how many sections you can break that up into. Um, they do also have scholarships available through the foundation that you can apply for. And as I mentioned, FAFSA can be used for your credit classes. So here are some of the certificate programs. So these are just 1 year long and they prepare you for that career. You do need to be at an advanced English level to enroll in the certificate programs. So you will need to take the placement test and the AESL classes to enroll in these certificate programs. There are many certificate programs. This is just a list of some of the popular ones. So if you wanted to see the list of all of them, you would go to our website, and at the top, one of the choices is Bucks for Students. And if you click on that, you would go down to majors plus certificates, and when you click on that, you will get the list of all of the majors and all of the certificates. So that will show you all of the degrees and all of the certificates that you can pick from. Okay, we have two types of associate degrees here at Bucks. We have what are called occupational programs and we have transfer programs. Occupational programs are 2-year associate degrees that train you to and prepare you to start your career in that field. So when you are done those 2 years, you are ready to start your career in that field. Transfer programs prepare you to transfer to a university to complete the other 2 years in a for a bachelor's degree in that field. So you would do 2 years here at Bucks County Community College, and then you would transfer and do your other 2 years at another university. So it would be a 4-year program. So those are transfer programs. And I'll show you some of the occupational programs and then some transfer programs. Once again, talking a little bit about how much money you save going to Bucks County Community College. This is a little diagram here showing you how much you save going to Bucks County Community College. So if you look and see, the dark blue is the cost of Bucks County Community College, and then the light blue is the cost of the other 2 years at that university. That is because we have an agreement with many universities that when you transfer, you do not pay the full amount of tuition, even for those 2 years. So, for example, at Drexel University, you would do your 2 years here, and then I believe it's 50% tuition for your last 2 years. So you would only pay half. So, looking at the total amount, if you went to Drexel for all 4 years, you would pay $257,000 for your bachelor's degree. If you start at Bucks and you do 2 years here and then transfer to Drexel and finish your last 2 years, you would only pay $83,000 for all 4 years. Your degree still says Drexel University, but you have saved a lot of money. Okay, so here are some of the occupational majors. So these are the ones that you are ready to get a job at the end of the 2 years. So we have our nursing, our RN program, radiography, sonography. Those are very popular majors. Veterinary technician, some things in IT, so ITS, education, paraprofessional, event planning, hospitality management, accounting, business. Once again, this is not a list of all of them. The list of all of them is on the website. These are just some of the popular ones. And here are some of the popular transfer programs. So these are the ones that you would do 2 years here at Bucks and then transfer and do 2 years at another university. So some of the ones we have in business, we have things like sports management and our health sciences. We have computer science, cybersecurity. And then we have things in our social and behavioral sciences, social work. We have things in education like pre-K, early childhood education, secondary education, and criminal justice. That was a lot of information and it was a lot of programs. So if you want information on any of those programs, please contact us and we are happy to connect you with the right person or the right department. You can also go on the website and search. So I'll show you right here. There is a little magnifying glass on our website. You can see this red arrow is pointing to that. So you can always go there and type in the name of a program and it will bring up information about that. But if you would like, we are more than happy to connect you with the department or the coordinator for a program so that you can find out more information about that program. So we hope that you will stay here at Bucks and continue your education in any of the programs that we have here.